Hey guys, it's Dave Chung from Compass here. Happy New Year, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to recap the 2021 real estate market for all of New Trier, and be sure to stick around to the end to see what we're predicting for 2022. Last month I shared stats specific to Wilmette. If you missed that video, feel free to check it out in the link in the description below. But for today, I wanted to take a step back and look at the entire New Trier Township. For those of you that are not familiar, New Trier Township includes Wilmette, Kenilworth, Winnetka, Glencoe, and parts of Northfield and Glenview. Essentially all of the areas that feed into New Trier High School. In total, there are about 21,000 housing units and 57,000 residents. So let's start with sellers. How was it for sellers in 2021? In a word, great. The median home sale price for all of New Trier was up 8% from the prior year. In general, sellers experienced very short market times and in many cases received multiple offers. The median listing to contract time was only 10 days compared to 22 days for the prior year. And on average, sellers received 98.5% of their list price, which was up from 96% in 2020. Of the 14 listings that we had in New Trier last year, 8 of them had multiple offers, and our sellers received an average of 101.5% of their list price. To say it was a seller's market is a bit of an understatement. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just take any house, throw it on the market, and put a sign in the front yard. Location, condition, and price are still incredibly important to buyers, and I believe that preparation is everything. Spending the time, money, and energy to hit the market properly will always yield sellers the best results. Now, how was it for buyers? Well, in a word, challenging. As I'm sure you've seen all across the media, the entire country is experiencing an inventory problem, and we are no exception. So here's a couple different ways to visualize it. Let's first take a look at the month's supply of inventory. This metric basically tells us how long would it take to sell out of all the homes if no new homes came on the market. It's a great measure of supply and demand. At the end of 2021, the month's supply of inventory for detached homes in New Trier was down to 0.6 months. Essentially 2 weeks. This is down from 1.8 months at the end of 2020. Now, intuitively this makes sense. As I said earlier, the median list to contract time was only 10 days. So if no new homes came on the market, we would sell out rather quickly. It's also good to look at this using a 12-month trailing average, as it helps smooth out the bumps and really show us the trends. You'll see that from 2016 through 2019, this was relatively stable at 6 to 7 months of inventory. Once 2020 hit, that number started to fall all the way down to 1.6 months at the end of 2021, using that 12-month trailing average. Now, the other way to understand what's happening is to look at the number of homes sold. Here's the 12-month trailing average of the number of detached homes sold in all of New Trier. From 2016 to 2019, this number averages around 800 homes per year. In 2020, there were 1,058 homes sold, and in 2021, 1,152 homes sold. Those are pretty massive increases from our typical years. So yes, there is an inventory problem, but it's not driven so much by a lack of supply, but rather a huge increase in demand from the number of buyers that are out there. So I wanted to see how this played out for our buyers last year. So I took a look, and last year we wrote 56 offers across the entire market, not just New Trier. And of those 56 offers, 21 of them were closed. So that was essentially a 38% success rate. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is higher than I was expecting, and we were fortunate enough to be the #1 buyer's agent for all of Wilmette last year. So what do we see for 2022? Well, to be honest, much of the same. If anything, I think a lot of what I just described will be amplified even more this year. You know, we haven't seen any macro changes to make the New Trier area less desirable. And in fact, if anything, it's more desirable than ever. Now, the one macro thing to keep an eye on will be interest rates. We've already seen them tick up quite a bit so far this year, and a rising rate environment does impact affordability for buyers. So there you have it, our recap for 2021. Happy New Year to all. Please don't hesitate to reach out if we can help in any way or if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you soon.